What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Flippity blah blah blah. Oh, come on. Oh, nope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just
Whoops the doozles, everybody.
oh,
He hit a wall.
oh, that makes me so happy.
He's not impervious to mistake.
Oh, wait, I missed. Oh, nope.
Did you guys see the most recent failure of the Star Spangled Banner?
No.
Did you catch this?
We had another one
We had a disaster.
of that proportion. Did they just stop?
Oh, yeah. She messed up a note in the middle of it, and then she used some language.
Into the mic?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, she goes, "Oh, I messed it up. Oh, no." And then she resumes. Then she gets to another part that she starts to mess up.
Oh,
and
no.
she goes, "Oh no, I'm so nervous. Oh no."
Oh,
and then she
my
This
God.
poor woman.
and then she finished it. So I don't know if later on she asked if she can restart, but it was live. You can hear them going, "It's live." And then she just
That's-
keeps going.
Outside of pissing your pants in that moment, I don't know that you can do much worse. That's like my kids do theater. I did theater growing up. There's always the thing of like if you forget your line or whatever, you just got to kind of go on. What happened with your scat was the equivalent of like I don't remember my line, and you run off stage. You're like, nope.
I what Ashley Simpson did the.
Yes,
I just did an Irish jig off the side, but that poor woman. That makes me feel so bad. But also, like, what? I'm trying to think. How do you phrase the question? As a musician, right?
Man.
I know that there's a little like you're like, hey, I'm singing the anthem to open the Super Bowl. Okay, that one I get. There's so many eyes on you. That's massive publicity. But like
you're saying upside.
for most
What's
people,
the upside?
what do you stand to gain, except for at the end of it, you're like, thank God I made it through, and that is done.
Oh no, there's some. I mean, that's an all-time achievement award. That's like, what do you stand to gain at throwing out a ball at the beginning of a baseball game? Like you can mess up. You can go out there and you throw out the first pitch. It's like I can screw up. The best case scenario is I just complete it. But the thing is I say I got to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, but you know what? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't like turn your life upside down to go throw the first pitch out at a single A baseball game. You do it at an MLB game.
Of course, I'm way too big for a Come on,
This
man.
is what but like this singer was like some C-SPAN political event that she's the one singing for. I'm just saying, do you get to trade in, like, can you trade in 5 small performances for one medium performance? And can you do 5 mediums to get to a ball game and 5 ball games for the Super Bowl, or what? How does that work?
It's an incredibly, if you don't sing, well, I mean, like
it's a hard song to sing.
It's an incredibly difficult song, and having to do
nerves
it in a cappella, scared out of your mind, and you're in a, I mean, you might be in an uncontrolled environment for how are you hearing yourself? Things can go wrong. I'm just saying there is very little to gain.
Well, and if you're at a ball game, the speakers are always delayed.
Exactly.
Delayed.
You're
like,
getting the slap back of the sound.
So you've got to nail it with like a monitor, right? I mean,
oh yeah, I assume most of them have in-ears, but just overall, like,
oh no, I messed up.
Like the downs. There's some upside, but I'm weighing everything is risk reward. The risk of something going really wrong is so much higher than something going right, and then a good benefit to your life.
You could 4D chess the thing and mess it up on purpose and get this kind of
get the publicity.
Oh yeah, catapult yourself to whatever kind of fame you can grasp. But I've always wondered this. It's been a genuine question. Like if all the people, the halftime performer or the national anthem singer, they got to get free tickets to the event, right? They're not just like, okay, you come in through the back door and then you leave and you don't get to watch.
Oh, you think they do it for the ticket?
But I'm wondering what that ticket is, because could you imagine if it's like super nosebleed, And you go down, and you sing the national
hers
anthem.
became nosebleed.
You sing the national anthem. And
Yeah, it's based off of how good you do.
You're up there. You're up there in the. We've got 12 seats from top to bottom,
and you got 12 notes you got to hit.
Yeah.
So,
but I feel like if I was in the cheap seats, the top row of the upper deck and whatever, and I'm at this game or whatnot, and then about 5 minutes after the game starts, he comes walking up the person who sang the national anthem and comes and sits next to me, I'd be like, oh, man, they did you dirty.
Yeah. Like, hey,
That's true.
You did really good.
Oh, that would be awkward.
I think the national anthem singing that must just be like one of the benchmarks of being a singer. Like if you have the opportunity to do that, you do it because you're a singer.
For sure. Like I know my kids would love to sing the national anthem
at a ball game?
Any kind of they don't like baseball because they're smart and they would
when we had that it was the COVID year, but we were actually supposed to throw out the first pitch at a Diamondbacks game.
We were.
The three of us.
We were scheduled.
And it was on the calendar, and then COVID hit, and our chance for publicity went out the door. But I thought many times, what can the three of us do to get on SportsCenter? That's what my thought process was. It wasn't can we throw 3 strikes. It was what can I do to get on SportsCenter? What could we come up with?
Throwing out the first pitch? I mean, we would have to do like a full Three Stooges.
The worst pitches.
I'd swap the ball for a tomato. You know what I mean? I'd get that ball. I'd wind up and reach in that pocket.
1931, Jason.
Reach in that pocket, get an onion. I don't know. What do you want?
Wait, it's better?
Well, tomatoes are old in class.
It's the modern
fruit
vegetable?
was an old school thing in my head.
Yeah.
All right. Moving forward.
What is that, a tomato?
Would you rather?
I see people throwing tomatoes at
that's
old
medieval.
street performers in medieval times.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
The dude is in the I don't know what
the marionette or
no,
Josh,
he's talking about
your head and your head and your hands are through the wood
stalks.
Yeah, you remember those?
Yeah, you're getting.
But
we turn to the Josh for the medieval.
I feel like Josh is my random trivia guy.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
I feel when I think of tomatoes being thrown, I only think of Fozzie. Is that what his name is?
Waka Waka.
Yeah.
Did he throw out tomatoes?
That's not medieval times.
He is more like a banana cream pie.
No, he's tomatoes. It's like always tomatoes.
Okay.
I think.
He got that from the Middle Ages. All right, would you rather? Cedric from Patreon. The local wizard just shortened
he's back.
Shortened Earth's years by 1 month, so it's an 11-month year. Which month would you rather get rid of, July or August?
Oh.
So that's weird.
It's weird because you're naming 2 very similar months. It's
not why isn't this just which month would you get rid of?
Or even if it's like totally different seasons where it's like, do you want to get rid of November?
Cut a month of the season.
Or, June. And it's like, oh, yeah, the hot or the cold. This is like,
This is our 2 months of Inferno in Arizona. It's July
Doom.
and August. Just pure, Mount Doom from
Mordor. Can we just combine them? Can we say both? Like,
that'd be great.
Yes, please is the answer.
I will say this. For children, those are the 2 months, month and a half that they have off from school.
Yeah, they'd keep July.
So they would keep July and they'd get rid of August. July also has a national holiday. August has none.
August for us, and this question is posed to us. The wizard isn't asking anyone. He's asking us 3 gentlemen, and man, August is a busy month for us. We go to 5 shows a week on the main Spitballers.
We can cut out of work a little early.
Cut that out, man. That's a hard
I don't know
month.
if the paychecks are going to be the same without August.
Whew, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean,
weather-wise, July is out for me. That's the
you would get rid of July.
Yeah, July.
I feel like August is always worse.
I think they're identical. I could not tell you which month.
I think July is hotter, slightly hotter. I mean, we just had that run of.
I was going to say August is where you set the record. You started in July.
Yeah, but it's hotter in July to me, but we still get a bit of the monsoon weather, so it's humid and muggy in the desert, but it's also 110 degrees.
But it never actually rains.
It never actually rains.
I think the thing is by August you're just even more sick of it. And so you're just
Could
feeling the mental burden of nonstop heat in a place where human beings shouldn't
July
live.
is technically 1 degree hotter. 1 degree hotter
That's
than
right.
August historically. But again,
I thought you were saying August was worse.
No.
He was saying in July.
Oh, okay.
July's out.
This is rather myopic. I mean, we're in Arizona. If you could just objectively, let's go for other reasons other than temperature.
All right.
For a moment, let's examine 12 months of the year. One of them's got to go. Are there other pragmatic reasons? Like, obviously, if you ditched December, it'd be less expensive, or whatever.
August is a 30 day, right?
Dude, I don't know.
I didn't want to do the knuckles.
Wait, hold on.
Do you know
April, June, and
the knuckle trick where you count your knuckles.
Yeah.
And
January,
I know
February,
that
March,
exists.
April, May, June, July.
you got to.
Oh, wait,
knuckle
no,
you got to
August
knuckle
is-
to knuckle.
Yeah, August.
It's August 31st.
They both have 31.
Okay, so I wanted to ask.
Yes.
There's 6 of us in this room, 3 deucers, 3 real men here. How many of us know how to do the knuckle trick to count how many days?
I do.
1, 2. Okay, so Mike and Andy both say they know how, even though you just gave an example of. It seemed like you had no idea what you were doing.
No.
I said you got to knuckle
He
them
was
together.
saying double, but the way I do it is one hand and I double count, or as in like I go one direction.
If you do it like
and then
this,
I
it
start
works.
from the edge and go back.
Okay.
So we're doing the same
But what's
thing.
the point of your inquiry?
I just was curious because I never learned that, and I see people do that to know how many days are in a month.
It's not
and
complicated. Put your
We
fist
can teach you,
together.
man.
You're
Okay.
done.
All
You're
right.
done. You
I'm
did
not
it.
done. I don't
Yes.
know what to count.
You just count the knuckles.
1, 2, 3,
No,
4.
no,
no, no,
I
okay.
see 8 knuckles.
Okay,
January.
start with the beginning of the year. On the higher knuckle means 31 days.
Okay, so January would be 31.
Yeah, and then the lower means it's not. It's either 30 or in February's case 28.
Okay, so
it's the lower.
but I've still got to know how many days are in that month in February because it's not
Well,
30.
that's
that
the
you
one.
can learn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one. This is not easy, gentlemen.
Everything else is 30 or 31.
Sure it is. I give up at 2.
Well, sometimes
You
it's
had
29.
40. Well, how old are you? 50. You had 40-something years to learn how many days is
I
in February.
don't need any because I just go, hey Siri, how many days
Oh
are
my
in?
gosh!
I mean, why do you need to
You
have?
didn't have Siri 15 years
This
ago.
whole idea
I didn't
that
need
you
to know how many days were
that
in a
you
month
shouldn't
15 years
know
ago.
anything because we can find the information.
No, that's legit. I
No.
Yes, it is fully legit.
You could have found stuff when you were a kid with the encyclopedia, but that would have taken work.
Andy, how well do you know your multiplication facts right now? Perfectly?
Very well. Yeah,
Perfect.
perfectly.
Okay. 8 times 6?
48.
That is correct.
7 times 3. No, that's easy.
21.
Okay, I'm trying to give
Yeah,
you the...
keep swinging.
Up to 12, I'm pretty good.
But
Yeah.
but are you saying that it's important
Yeah.
in today's day and age
Yeah.
that you know your multiplication
It's helpful,
facts?
yeah. It's kind of like a if you have little bits of information all over the place, it creates a web of what we call intelligence.
Tell me more.
And knowing things and being intelligent does aid you at times. Go stay in school, kids, but use Siri if you need to. All right.
Whatever.
Is there another reason to get rid of another month?
I have those two. I have no other idea.
I'd get rid of, if you want one, get rid of February. Then you know that every month is at least 30 or 31. Maybe that'll straighten it out for you.
that, but it's so nice.
Can we
here
borrow
in
a day?
February.
Can February like?
Oh, can we? Like,
Why are some 30 and 31?
take the double knuckles in the middle, make July and August just 30 each, and then February becomes 30.
But then the knuckles don't work.
No, you don't need the knuckles then.
I mean,
That's what I've been saying. You got Google. You don't need a knuckle
Where
trick.
am I and what time is it?
if we actually do some averaging out, can you work it up so that it's like we get February up to 30 and then a couple and then the 3 months in the summer have 31 or something?
You can.
Does
you
that
can,
mathematically work? Does anybody know?
Nobody knows who made the months, so we're
Well,
not allowed to
that
petition
that
them.
was the Mayans.
The least popular month for tourism in the entire year. Do you want to know what that is?
Is this in the United States?
This is in the United States,
Okay.
the least popular month for activities.
Okay.
Do you know the month?
Can I guess?
That is the inquiry. Yeah.
I would say September.
Okay, Mike, do you want to take your
Ooh,
shot?
That's a really good guess.
Thanks, man.
January?
It is January.
Ha
Because
my
peop-
guess was better.
People start cold weather,
Yeah, it's all
new budgets,
yeah.
they
and people
did
just
all,
spend money.
Yeah,
Yep.
they just did all the
And
the
they're in the gym.
Christmas travels. Oh, that's true. They can't leave. They've
Yeah,
got a new
we're-
routine they're going to stick with this year.
All right. Next question. Amanda from Twitter. Would you rather have Scooby-Doo or Brian Griffin as your family pet?
That
Brian
is-
Griffin's the dog from Family Guy.
that is
if you
easy.
didn't-
I mean,
The talking one. Oh, they
They
both
both
talk.
talk. One of them is
annoying.
Well, which one's annoying?
That one.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Scooby-Doo, I don't understand how that cartoon was ever popular or enjoyed. The whole thing is, I mean, it might as well be olden days Dora the Explorer. It's just so the characters are annoying. It's just not. It's not a pleasurable cartoon.
You got it on Shaggy Zoinks.
Yeah, exactly. He's just annoying to me. Those two, they're supposed to be lovable and funny.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
he's got
might
his
be
green
lovable.
shirt.
But they're not funny. They're just not funny. They're just annoying.
Well, there are a handful of shows as a kid that were popular that I just didn't really understand why they were.
Because that one of
Scooby-Doo's
them?
one of them.
Yeah.
The Muppets are another one.
Well, Scooby-Doo was I think we were too old for Scooby-Doo. Like, when did that actually stop? The original Scooby-Doo.
So, like, Josh must have been into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Josh, did you like Scooby-Doo?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm saying
That's his way of saying, dude, I watch
like,
that every day.
I think Scooby-Doo reruns were going on while our new cartoons, they were showing it to us. But in terms of it wasn't funny because that show was old. It might have been funny. Humor changes. So it may have been a time that Scooby-Doo was funny to kids.
That's
but
fair.
But then
fair.
you know what happened? Ninja Turtles and Transformers showed up, and we're like, Scooby-Doo, that dude sucks.
Things got funnier, and then old funny was like, well, that's lame.
Yeah, and it's old. I mean, stuff for kids has to age rapidly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't really connect with either of these, so I guess I'll just take Scooby-Doo because I feel like he solves problems, and I don't think Brian Griffin does that.
Brian
He's
Griffin,
a genius.
he could probably make you feel real bad
About yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just
I
a
mean,
little,
So I'll go Scooby.
little like a fake sophistication.
I'll take Scooby out back behind the shed.
All right.
Oh come on!
All right.
I'm keeping Scooby.
Eli from the website.
That's a loyal companion.
Jason, would you
dog.
rather be able to collect the pot of gold at the end of any rainbow you see,
Okay.
or have a goose that lays golden eggs?
Oh, that is an easy goose.
How many eggs does a goose lay per year?
I would
Are
guess.
And how big
are
is a
they-
pot?
Yeah, the pot of gold. That's a
Right?
great question.
It's not, it takes time to drive to a place that's going to convert gold into money. So if I have a goose dropping it, I can't spin the eggs at the store. So I got to take the eggs to a gold conversion place, right? That turns them into money.
You want to know where the end of the rainbow is? Not on the roads. It doesn't just end
You're going on an
you're-
adventure.
You've got to find it, and it's way over there. And
Yeah, but I mean,
and honestly, I don't think you can ever get there. I think that's the point. Like the way
Well,
that the light works,
in this one you
Yes.
can.
Yes, Jason.
You can't get to the bottom of a rainbow and look up and see the rest of the.
That is 100% the point. Is you can never actually get to the edge of a rainbow.
Exactly.
Because it's just perspective where
And
you're
here,
standing.
I'm going to throw this out there, Jay, because, again, knowledge. I'm not sure that geese can lay golden eggs.
That's also
we're going to
true.
pretend both of them are true for
But
this question.
they do lay eggs. Here's the thing. Let's say now I've got to invest in some off-road vehicle, right? I've got to buy something.
Yeah, you
that-
got money in before you can get money out.
exactly. But then
It's a pot.
But that's the
But how-
problem. I
yeah.
get there, right? And there's this
this-
giant pot of gold.
But what
How
if
am
it's
I
not?
loading that up? How am I
Oh.
lifting that
With
into
the
my vehicle?
Buy the right vehicle.
Yeah, you-
Oh, what is
Bring
it?
a trailer.
But
you
how
still got to
he's gotta
get it
pick
up
it
off the ground. You ever lifted a pot full
Okay,
of gold?
hire a guy. You got a pot of
No,
gold, man.
You're going to need a trailer, and you're going to have to get a Bobcat.
Yeah, you're going to have to jack the thing
But,
up, and
but,
it's so much investment to get started.
But I'm saying we always say it's a pot of gold, but then the legend, at least for us dumb Americans, is, oh, it's a leprechaun. Well, is it a pot of gold sized for a leprechaun?
Ooh.
Because that would be a gold coin.
Well, but you could pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, that would not be a problem. I'll just put that thing in my pocket. That doesn't have value.
From what I understand from my very advanced research I just did, if you assume that at the end of the rainbow there is a large cauldron, that pot, right? It looks like a cauldron, a pot. According to my sources, they think that would hold about 8,000 pounds of gold.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. How are you getting that on the
So listen, the practical of getting that would be worth. I'm getting the current price of gold right now.
Canadian geese.
$245 million of gold. Does that change your little? Ooh, I've got a little bit of an issue getting it to sell it.
Canadian geese lay one egg every 1 to 2 days
during laying season is what I'm seeing. So it says geese lay around 20 to 50 eggs per season.
Chinese geese can lay up to 90 to 100 eggs. Per year.
You ain't getting no Chinese goose, man.
I'm getting a golden goose. It's got to be better. I think.
How much do we think a golden egg?
I'm looking into it right now.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I got the actual cost of a goose egg, which is $3 to $10.
Hold on. How much is a
goose?
Or how big?
I've got the density of it all.
We got to go volume into weight, weight into value.
Here we go. A goose egg is worth about $133,000.
Just a goose egg? That's a crop.
I gotta get a goose.
Get some geese, man. Dude, now I know how people
made of. So I just told you those are $3 to $10. This is $133,000 for a golden goose egg, or $245 million. I only have to do the work. What? How many rainbows we getting per year? What's the rainbow per year in Arizona? 1?
I think you only get
2?
1 rainbow.
What, Al, will you help us?
I thought in this question
the question says every rainbow you see, but the math I would say we could alter the question to 1 rainbow.
1 rainbow or unlimited eggs? Bird in hand versus bird in the bush.
Okay, so then you've got to take these eggs. You got daily work, or you got work one time.
No, I got daily excitement, man.
Is he gonna lay one? Yep.
Do you think? Yep.
Maybe.
No, I'd be opening that little egg crate and I'd go.
Okay. All right. It would take 1,831 golden goose eggs to equal the weight of the gold in the large cauldron.
Okay. So like what? What's that? 3 or 4 years?
1,000. How many do they weigh?
We'll just say 50.
Or I mean, how many do they lay per year?
That's
50 eggs per year.
Yeah, let's go 50 eggs.
Okay.
This is why you learn how to do
36.62
years.
Okay.
Or as you said, a couple.
Couple years. Just a couple here or there.
Thanks, Siri.
I'm going to go with the rainbow.
I'll take the rainbow.
I'm going rainbow. All right. We'll take a break. We'll get into some life advice. What's going on, Spitwads? We are such a sophisticated show. You know that about us. And you cannot go wrong with a classic suit from Indochino. With weddings to galas, fall brings more opportunities to dress up and look nice like, the 3 of us always do. Indochino makes it easy to get custom men's and women's wear that will turn heads with made-to-measure suits, dress shirts, blazers, and more. We have been fans of Indochino and Indochino.com for a very long time, and we have been decked out for weddings in the past. You can browse their collection at Indochino.com. You can use the code BALLERS for 10% off orders of $3.99 or more. I got a suit jacket that has a galaxy on the inside. It is what I wore to Brooksy's wedding, and it is spectacular. There is a ton you can browse over on Indochino.com, the fall-winter menswear or women's wear collection. There are a bunch of styles that stand out, and this fall you can update your wardrobe to quintessential suiting elements with contemporary flair from Indochino. Visit Indochino.com and use the code BALLERS to get 10% off any purchase of $3.99 or more. That's 10% off at Indochino.com, promo code BALLERS.
Spitballers to the rescue.
I was searching for the button. I was looking for the button.
I
found it. Because we're getting serious, so I don't want to, when we give
not hit the button.
When we give life advice, we want to really take this show down a notch. This ain't about golden geese. This ain't about rainbows.
It's
about helping people.
It's about helping people with everyday situations that are serious, and I think this is a good time that we do that.
Yeah.
So just stop laughing.
We appreciate you writing in and sharing whatever difficulty you're going through. We are here for you.
And that's why we'll turn to Denise.
All right. Denise, what can we help you with?
This is probably hard for her to write in. Let me
thank you for your bravery, Denise.
My husband and I have been noticing frequent dog poop in our front yard.
Very serious.
Man. Front yard.
Every time we remove it, another dump shows up.
It's good that it's dog poop, though.
Now, we don't have a dog. Denise doesn't have a dog. So we installed a ring cam to see where it's coming from. Turns out it is our next door neighbor.
Their dog?
Their dog. We're going to assume their dog because it said it's dog poop.
Every morning she walks out of her house right over to our grass
dog.
where her dog poops and pees.
Okay.
Woof.
Okay.
Good. Otherwise, that ring video is a problem.
They then continue on their morning walk. What is the best way to approach this? The neighbor has a poop habit with their own pet.
Oh, I feel like there's an easy first step. I mean, I don't know that it will solve your problem.
What would you do?
What
Mr.
I would
non-confrontation
is anyone that is doing a daily dog walk in the morning, you know that is at a time, right? There is a, they wake up at 6, they have their coffee.
Yeah, it's usually on a schedule.
It's 6:30 is when they walk the dog. So I would look back day after day after day and say, oh, they get there around 8:32 in the morning. So about 8:33 in the morning is when my sprinklers be coming on.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Enjoy.
You want to wet the poop down?
I
no,
want to
before they get there.
Oh, that's maybe
he did
smarter.
He did a minute after for some reason.
I wanted to do
to wet
during.
the poop.
I wanted to have the
that dog's
lady
not taking-
and the dog get soaked.
Well, but is the lady going in the grass?
Motion
Maybe.
sensor sprinklers.
Okay. All right. That's a better idea.
Motion floodlights. Would that be enough? I guess not if it's bright outside. Wouldn't do much. But if it's still early in the morning, trying to sneak that poop.
You're in rare form today, Jay. Listen, this is not okay. That
No, it's not
your
okay for
neighbor's
anybody.
not. If the neighbor's
Bring a
dog
bag with
does
you.
poop in the yard, pick it up yourself. Don't leave the poop for the owner of the yard to have to clean up.
Could you install, you go to like the little community field, there's always that like post with the
right there
with the dog disposal. It's got the little bags and the little
right.
trash can on it. Can you just install it?
You
You
can, but
could.
you're basically saying, please poop here.
I think if my dog was constantly doing that, and then the next day I walk and I see that there,
I'd be like, thank you.
oh, I would.
Thanks for the convenient bag.
I'd start. They don't want the bag, obviously. They want to leave it.
Maybe they did. Maybe they can't afford
Maybe
it.
they think they're doing something nice. Maybe they're like the fertilizer. This helps the yard.
If you don't clean the poop up, how many piles, like how big will the pile get? Because if the dog always poops there, will there be like 2, 3, 4? Like,
yeah.
There'll be multiple piles.
and
yeah.
the neighbor will never clean it up.
No, this neighbor is not a kind
Okay.
neighbor.
So then
Do you poop in their yard? Alternatively.
The petty thing to do is you get yourself a
Yeah.
good sized box.
Yep.
You put every one of these dog poops in the box,
Mm.
and then holiday season rolls around.
Ooh.
You wrap that thing up.
Ding dong.
See, I started out agreeing this is not the direction I was going.
I said it was petty, but you just ring the doorbell. You leave that box there.
There's
mean,
a
this
lot
is-
of problem
'cause-
for yourself, though. You're hoarding poop for a season.
Yeah,
No,
but-
don't hoard. Just use an instrument every day. Scoop it up with the little shovel, walk it 5 feet over, and turn it over.
Well, but it
Just
might
leave
not
it.
be the next door neighbor. It might be a neighbor from down the street. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
I don't want to walk down the street
Well,
with
then
poop.
I'm tracking this person to find their house.
Can you put little, like, mouse traps throughout the yard?
Oh, that's cruel.
Yeah, it's not the dog's
It's my
fault.
yard, bro!
But it's not the dog's fault. It's the human.
Yeah, it is the human.
All
The dog's just doing dog business.
Isn't there stuff you can spray on the yard to like make the dog not want to be there?
Yeah, but that doesn't work in my experience.
Rat poison works.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
will
But
be
I
the
thought
last
this
time
wasn't
they
the
poop
dog's. I thought this wasn't the dog's fault.
That's what Mike says.
I want a way to like punish the dog's owner,
Yes.
and
I like the sprinklers. I think if you just got to make
But-
sure you're not just watering the poop after.
so if you
they're gone.
if you sprinkle before they come and you soak the yard, I don't think that the dog owner will want the dog
The dog
going
will
in
go
there.
in there.
There's no way though that this dog is pooping at the same time every day on the exact moment.
It's going to be pretty close, though.
I mean, you're talking what, 15, 20 minute.
Yeah. So back to my idea of the box.
Okay,
right?
go on.
Okay.
Because
This
they're
is very
gonna
important to you.
bring it in the house, and they're gonna open it.
Oh,
you're
you're
leaving
wrapping it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Yes.
That's,
Holiday season rolls around. I wrap this thing up nice, like a big present, and they get Secret Santa showed up. They're gonna bring it in. They're gonna open it. It's gonna be poop.
I don't know if you've ever had a bag of poop in your life, Mike. If you've cleaned up poop from your yard and you fill a bag and you got to take that out, just walking that bag to the dumpster is barely doable. If you're telling me that I'm going to sit with a box right in front of my lap and I'm going to – you know how long it takes me to wrap a package? And I'm going to have to wrap that stinky box up? Not happening.
Dude, you got to put the work in if you want to get them back.
I'm finding a whole new way to get them back. I'm putting something over the fence that has nothing to do with dogs.
What if you burn their house down?
Yeah.
That's real easy.
I can't imagine letting my dog poop in someone's yard.
No, that's a horrific human being.
Those people
horrific.
Shouldn't be around.
What if you just put a sign in your yard for a week? You just nail a little sign. It says, no dog poops allowed from bad neighbors. Huh?
What if they think they're a good neighbor?
Yeah, they definitely do.
They're going to bypass a sign?
But if it says bad neighbors.
So you just got to say no dog poops allowed?
Or any poops. You could broaden
no poops.
Yeah.
There's got to be some way that we can collect all the bad people in all the neighborhoods and make them all live in one neighborhood together.
They can all poop in each other's yards.
I mean, imagine the worst person in every neighborhood, all living together in a new neighborhood and filming it for television. I think we're on to something.
I'm trying to find out if there's legal recourse.
Well, you're not allowed to set booby traps. I know that's illegal.
Really?
Yes.
Even on your own property?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not illegal.
Yeah. I think it is.
What if they're funny?
Papa Josh says yes because he's probably thought about it.
Wait, what like Home Alone style booby traps?
You can't booby trap your property at all.
Yes, you can.
I mean, Home Alone style, like a paint can flying down and hitting him in the face?
Exactly. A little hot iron action. No, there's no way it's illegal to booby trap your house.
You've seen this with political signs. Have you seen this? I mean,
oh yeah, where they like they electrify the political signs because people are stealing from the yard.
I saw one that was even more advanced. This person was on a main road, and they had a sign that was within, like a car could easily turn to the right, run it over, and then go back, and they put strips to pop the tires. And people would go to run over this political sign.
Good for them.
And then the person would end up popping their tire.
Good for
they run over the sign.
That should not be illegal. You want to drive through my yard? You should have your tires popped.
I'm on your side. I think to some degree you should not be able to go in.
Someone left a broken bottle there. What am I going to do about it?
I'm thinking you've got
doing so is illegal in under U.S. law. Come on, man. Yeah, that's
I thought
dumb.
this was America.
I thought this was America. Good goof.
Land of the free. Can't booby trap my own yard?
I think the rule is that you're only allowed to defend with reasonable and justified levels of force.
Yeah, hot iron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
a paint
reasonable.
can is reasonable. I'm not putting
It's
a
not
shotgun.
full.
I'm not putting a shotgun like you open the door and you get blasted in the chest.
That is what the court case was.
What, for real?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That's called murder. That should be illegal.
We're just talking about facial reconstruction surgery.
Yeah, we're talking about you reach for that doorknob, it's on fire.
Yeah.
Ironically, in that court case, the court noted that it would have been justified to shoot the person with the shotgun had the person been home at the time of the intrusion.
What?
But rigging up the booby trap is illegal.
Okay, I'm back to unhappy with that ruling.
No, that's fair because it's not a danger to you if you're not there.
Oh my gosh! So what if you're
shotgun is coming into the picture with the dog?
What if you're on a Ring doorbell system and your alarm system and you've got a booby trap set up, but you see the intruder? Now I'm taking part of this.
Are you in danger?
Nope.
My stuff is. I don't know, man.
Mr. TV is in great danger right now.
Yes. What if I'm on the TV? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm watching them. I'm like, please leave. And they're like, no. And they start reaching to like they're going to punch the TV. Blow. You know?
Okay.
You got to take care of business.
All right. All right.
Also, you could just
you're
talk.
welcome.
You
to
can just
talk to
talk
the
them.
neighbor.
You can just ask them not
yeah,
to
no
do that.
poo-poo on my yard.
Talk to the neighbor.
It would be funny if you put a fence up, but only for that corner of the yard. Like it doesn't go across the whole front yard. It's just a corner of the fence. All right.
Or
Glad we could help you out.
What if you put like a little square patch of grass out on the sidewalk in front?
To help? To be
it
nice?
says like poop here. I don't think, now that I think about that, I don't want that poopy piece of grass in my sidewalk. So, all right, that didn't work. Just talk to the neighbor.
All right, Dave from Patreon with a question for us. My coworker constantly listens to music at their desk with a Bluetooth speaker, and it's driving me crazy. How do I ask them to keep it down without coming off as the office grump?
Dude, when there are distractions in an office place, they can get out of control.
Whoa, what are we talking about here?
Who are you talking about?
I have no idea. But if you go to the Doozers camp, someone's eyes are pretty big.
Why?
Yeah.
Who's been doing the distracting?
Oh,
Distraction
man.
A and distraction B over there?
That's true. Honestly, Falcon, you might not start the conversation. Okay, Papa Josh is the catalyst and the primary cause of distraction in the office work environment. But should he start, I mean,
you ain't letting it go.
You two guys.
He's like the Will Ferrell impression of Harry Carey. Just like he's, you think the moon's made of cheese? And you're just like, Josh, where's the place of business? We're trying to get stuff done.
But would you eat it?
But now there's a whole conversation about is the moon made out of cheese?
They're special.
Also, I mean, I think.
How do you do this?
So.
Can you start by saying turn it down?
You can, but check this out. It's a little bit of mischief, but then you make up for it.
Okay.
What if you sabotage the Bluetooth speaker?
How?
Drop it in water. I don't know. Just make it not function anymore.
Okay.
Okay? And then they go to use it, and then they're all mad that their Bluetooth speaker
I know where you're going.
And then the next day, you're like, hey, man, I heard you had the speaker. I knew you were really upset, so I bought you these headphones.
Oh, yeah. Some AirPod Pros,
I bought,
baby.
yeah. I spared no expense. I got you. They're noise canceling and everything.
I like listening to it out loud, but thank you. I'll still take these. It's all right. I already replaced my Bluetooth speaker, but thank you so much.
Then give me those back because I need the noise cancellation because you're too loud.
This is the same kind of people that live in that stupid neighborhood. I mean, if you don't have awareness for the people around you, it is just, you know who else lives in that neighborhood? The people when I walk up at a movie theater to order popcorn, and they work for the movie theater, and there's no one else in the line, and I'm standing at the thing, and they're just turned around, and they're talking to each other, or they're like doing something, and they don't come up and take my order.
That gets you real peeved, huh?
It's insane. It's insanity.
You're at that age now where you get real mad at them.
I've been this way my whole life. It's insanity when somebody is
the youth.
Can somebody get in on this with me?
Why is it only
Stop gabbing, you got a job to do. You done with your jibber jabber?
It's because if I was them, I could never do that. If I saw a person waiting, it would be impossible for me not to go over and help.
I'll bet when you were a teenager, you thought the same way you think now, but oftentimes didn't realize you were having a good time talking to your buddy and didn't see someone.
Look,
well, maybe
I'd go help them if I weren't having such a good time.
That's nice of you, Mike. I'm going to just start getting my own popcorn. Just walk back there. Excuse me one second.
Another option, sing along with every song and see how long that song's last.
So I would think if this is you're trying to teach, right? You want them to turn your music off, but this is a learning opportunity too. And you might have to sacrifice a little bit here, but I would just make sure you get there first and get your Bluetooth speaker on prior to theirs.
Establish dominance.
Establish
you're
dominance.
Taking the armrest.
100%. This is my armrest, and so here's what I know you can't do. Like if someone's playing Bluetooth music next to you, you're not going to put a Bluetooth music on yourself. It'll just sound awful and upsetting, and so whoever establishes dominance first, they control it. So if you put your speaker on, now your neighbor's going, well, that's so rude, and they will learn. I hope
they will not.
No, you'll just have shown them that it's okay to do that.
Yeah,
terrible offer.
They will not learn. I have another idea.
Okay,
what if you got so I don't know how it would work with Bluetooth, but just figure out a way that you can get another, like a remote or something paired to the Bluetooth speaker, and then you just keep turning it up overly loud.
So that other people come over and
so
say,
that other people start getting, or HR has to get involved of like, like Bob over here keeps playing his music way too loud, and then before you know it, Bluetooth speakers are banished.
Alternatively,
just talk to him.
Oh, you could talk to him.
Well, yeah,
but if you want to just find a way to cope with what you're having to deal with, I learned this on this podcast many episodes ago. Mike, I believe you brought an article to our attention. You could pour water in their bag when they're not looking. So I would say if you're a government worker and you're a duly elected official and you're upset with something, you could just behind their back start pouring water in their bag or purse just every day for months. Just pour water in
I'd
it.
forgotten all about that.
So, there's a lot of different ways you can do this, but probably just talk to him.
or the
man.
water one.
They felt so bad once they got caught.
Liam,
Because you just got caught for months pouring water in a colleague's bag. It's ridiculous.
Liam from Patreon said, my friend always wants to split the bill 50-50 when we eat out, which is, by the way, super easy to do. It's the easiest thing. Just split it down the middle, right? You can tell the
It is,
server.
but there's issues.
But they always order way more than I do.
Exactly.
How do I suggest that we pay for our own order without causing awkwardness or calling them an overeater?
Oh, you just got to order more, bro. I mean, this is a contest now. This is a pissing contest, and you are going to do it up.
Look, Liam, I don't know if you like lobster, but you do now.
Mm-hmm.
You like lobster, and you love filet
get
mignon.
that extra-
Surf and turf?
If you see MP on the menu, okay, that means must
Yes.
purchase, okay?
That's not market price. That's must
Yes.
purchase.
And eventually here. But
I can't stop myself.
it's just so good. We're splitting this, right? I mean,
Just like always, right?
I'll take the caviar.
Be two people with
You're going to teach them a lesson soon enough, and in the meantime, you're getting great stuff out of it.
Have you been in this situation where you were unhappy that somebody wanted a 50-50?
I have not been in this situation. I have definitely many times as a teenager got stuck with where the group goes and everyone's like, here's my contribution to the bill.
Oh, and it's not close.
And then they bail, and
yeah.
you're like, there's tax and tip, and there's like this. I spent $10 on my meal, so here is $10.
Oh yeah, that sounds teenager.
And then the bill shows up, and you're like, we are short $30.
The problem
And you're
that
like,
happens is when it's a group and everyone chips in with their cash, and then at the end, it's like the whole bill was like $300, and then at the very end, you've got $120 for like 8 other people.
Exactly.
And you're like,
yeah,
okay,
and they all leave.
yeah.
I've had that happen several times.
You guys have the family member that won't let you pay for things?
Yeah.
Like just absolute, like it's like, oh, I got this, and they'll like never. It was
They won't let you pay?
It's like you're pooping on their yard.
Are you complaining right now?
Well,
I'm
no,
I'm trying
I'm just
to read the tone of your voice because you're like, hey, you ever got this buddy? All he does is just pay for all of your stuff. Whenever we go out, it's awesome.
No. I think he's got a family member that won't let him pay for that.
Yeah, but
So
Mike's
what?
point is that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Where is the issue?
I don't know. I think it is. I believe, and this is not a joke, I believe it is a good thing to be able to accept kindness as well. And so sometimes people have a hard time. They will give kindness, but they would not.
Sounds like you're having a real hard time accepting their kindness.
It does. It does.
Okay, that is completely fair in this single example. I agree. So maybe I should work on that. But I think all people should work on that. It's okay to accept kindness, accept help.
Yeah, you never want to be in the situation where like it's a pride thing why you can't accept a gift.
I have gotten to the point where, like, look, if we go out and like I'll pay. You're like, hey, I got it. And then if they do the no thing, that's the end.
Yeah.
That is the end of the conversation. You're not
going to do the
We're not
insistent?
playing the game. Oh, no, I insist. No, I insist. The game is done. If I have offered to pay and you jump in and say, no, I want it. Okay. Oh, okay, then here's what you're paying.
I am 100,000%
That game is done. Get that out of my
agreement.
That
life.
ain't Mike's game
No.
for sure.
No, I think it's right. Like you can offer to pay, and if they say no, I don't want you to, then you should not pay.
Yeah, and then it's almost you're like, I'm calling your bluff.
Have you ever had somebody that just goes, "Why don't you pay?"
You got it this time, right?
Yeah, you
Now
got it.
this
I
question
got
comes.
the last one, didn't I?
This question comes in from Jason on set. What if that is your stance, but then your wife is always completely adamant that you pay, and so now there's like this fight between like
Hypothetically,
hypothetically,
Of course.
hypothetical situation where it's like
have you gone to the server like secretly before?
Oh, many times.
Yeah,
Because
just take care of put this card on file and let's make sure the bill's taken care
Yeah,
of.
exactly. But
I've done that.
Sometimes you have to, depending on the situation. But
Yeah, because you got to let the family know that I'm better than you. I'm going to pay for everything.
see, that's
why they turn it down.
That's
why they turn it down.
No, Mike, I agree. That's what I feel like it portrays sometimes, and
Yeah, that's why I do it. You guys do it because you're kind?
No.
No.
So, yeah, it's that's funny. Paying and
Another
splitting
trip
bills.
to to the restaurant where I'm better.
Yeah, paying and splitting bills is always that that awkward end to the meal. If it wasn't just clearly established in the beginning, where you go, "Oh, this was nice."
There's a second awkwardness.
What are we doing here?
If you let it known beforehand that you're paying, it prohibits them from ordering what they want. Sometimes.
For sure, you got to pay at the end. You don't unless it's beforehand. Like, hey, my treat. I'm going to take you out.
No, but
to
if
something.
you say that, sometimes people will seriously not order stuff just to prevent.
That's on them.
Accept the kindness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be generous. Accept generosity.
There you go. Great quote.
Two guys buying.
No, man, you are. We accept your generosity today.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back with our draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, we are drafting the best places to host a private party. This could be anywhere on Earth. Anywhere you want to have a party that would be very cool. In fact, before Mike takes his first pick,
we know.
I remember.
I know, and that stinks because it's the 101, and I want it. And if we were in reverse order here, and Andy started, it came to me, I'd have it. But
go ahead, Mike.
So
I'll tell the story later.
Oh, sorry. No.
No.
I'll get out of the way.
No.
I insist you tell your story.
Your story, Andy.
All I was going to say was that one time in high school, the prom was not at like an empty amphitheater. It was at a science center.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty common here.
And it was, a prom is a party, and it was like cool to have stuff around that you could look at or see. So there are places where it would be very novel and neat to have a party. That's all I was going to say.
Arizona Science Center?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I went to one prom.
It was awesome.
For someone else's school, and that's where we were.
It's fantastic.
So the bad news of having the 101 means that that legendary scat I did went out there. Great news is I have the first pick for this one. So it's Disneyland, baby.
It's
Disneyland.
It's not just Disneyland. It's Disneyland after hours. It's having the park to yourself.
No, we're starting at the beginning.
Well, sure,
and we're going to
just a solo.
Yes.
You get Disneyland for the day.
How unbelievable!
I can't imagine. I've thought about like if you're Elon Musk, if you're just a billionaire and you can have enough money to just be like, no, every worker works today.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not going skeleton crew here. It's me and my friends. We're every churro stand is operational. Every
it's
restaurant
like everybody got like snapped and disappeared except for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's so cool.
So that's funny. I didn't think about the whole park.
Oh yeah.
I thought about like just a part of the park. So like if you
got to think bigger.
If you're at this park, are you all like you and your group? It just seems like so much space.
Yeah, that's part of the.
It'll be so great.
Yeah, that's part of the allure. In fact, here, let me show you how it's done. I'm up next. I am not taking the Oval Office. I'm taking the whole White House.
Okay.
I'm partying at the White House.
Which other room in the White House do you like?
Oh, all of them, man. Lincoln bedroom.
Okay,
that's
all
gonna be
right. That's good enough.
The whole West Wing. We're gonna do it up.
So you're taking the White House after Disneyland?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want Disney.
Which one do you want? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I wish I could. I would be happy to take California Adventures.
You'll be like,
no.
I'm the president, and I'm going to be on Big Thunder
So
Mountain.
your private party.
You know I'm dressing up as Abe Lincoln. Like, for my party in the White House, I got the top hat and the beard on.
Oh, my bedroom
Watch
is
your
still
back.
here.
Too soon, Andy.
The next pick. I'm gonna go. I got a double selection here. Number one. Again, to me, this is. I got the invitation. It shows up. It's got White House on it. That's awesome. I'm going to the White House for a party. You know where I'm going? I'm going to Alcatraz.
Oh, that's on my list.
I'm going to Alcatraz.
That's
I gotta take a boat to get to this party.
You do.
And then it's all creepy and cool to be done up in a cool prison way.
Well, of course.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to theme the party to the locale.
Yeah. I'll hire prisoners to be like at the bars.
I would hire actors,
screaming.
man. I would have just actor. I wouldn't get real prisoners. That's danger to your party.
Yeah, that's fair. I won't get real prisoners.
Everything here is authentic, 100%.
I wouldn't go in there.
See that toothbrush shank? That's real, man. That guy just whittled that down. Watch out.
See that crazy guy? He looks like a murderer because he is.
Spare no expense. So come to my party on Alcatraz, and then come to my party, and this is in the spirit of that old the prom at the Science Center.
All right.
Come to my party at the. I know Jason won't come, but everyone else can. The Museum of National History.
Natural history?
Yeah.
You said national.
Natural history.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we're talking about the same place.
In New York City.
The dinosaur place.
Yeah, well, more than that, but yeah. There's a giant whale hanging from the center of the Museum of National.
How much do you have
Natural
to?
history.
How much you got to grease the wheels up there to go ride that whale?
I feel
At
like
my
if
party, nothing. It's a ride.
I was
it's
gonna
part
say,
of it.
You wait in line to do it. Okay.
You wait in line.
If you're able to have a private party and you have that whole thing, I'm allowed. It's all touchy. I'm allowed to touch everything. It's all touchy.
Everything is touchy.
This is now became an interactive science museum.
Okay.
All the ropes. I'm like, can you move all the ropes outside?
It was
while
the
my party's
museum,
going
right?
on?
The movie, The Museum.
Night at the museum.
Night at the Museum. That's what it was. Yeah.
With,
But that's where
Ben Stiller.
That's where the party is, but they don't come alive.
Okay. All right.
Jason, you are back on the clock.
Okay, so there's not a lot of cool places left in the world.
Wow.
I've got most of what I want.
So if Disneyland, just to be clear, if Disneyland was gone from the world, you would have almost nothing to do.
Exactly.
Well,
Okay,
Disney
just making
World.
sure.
Yeah, I mean Disney World's a little
really
further
far away, though.
and apparently when you try to go, there's usually a hurricane.
Yeah, it can be. I mean, you could go to Japan to go to Disneyland.
Hey, dude, that's number one on my list of Disneylands to go to.
All right, what other touchy places are you drafting?
Other touchy places that I'm drafting, which is the draft today. I think
That's not the draft. But go on.
I would love. We're football fans. I think having a party at a famous stadium would be really cool. Kind of having it all to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of famous stadiums, there are two that come to mind. Just I don't know if it's right or wrong. Like famous. Any stadiums at all, I think of Wrigley Field and I think of Lambeau. And I'm actually close between them only because if you had a party at Wrigley, I think it would be fun to have a baseball game. And you can. You can't just like at a party, you can't have a football game. Football games are too
dangerous,
too advanced, too cool.
Oh, okay. So you mean you're playing in the game?
Yeah, I'm saying
Gotcha.
like the people at the party can have an impromptu.
I was trying to figure out why the players couldn't play during the party, but I got you.
You can have a kickball game using the field. You know what I mean? But
that would be fun.
At the same time, I don't want to put myself in a baseball stadium. So I'm going to take Lambeau.
Okay. Lambeau Field?
Lambeau Field. I'll rent that out.
Just pick the right time of year, man.
Oh,
don't do it in the middle of winter.
It will be a nice, cool summer day.
Okay. Okay. Mike, you've got 2 picks left.
All right. So my first pick, I don't know if you guys are aware, but when you visit the Eiffel Tower, there's the second floor. So it's like this huge area. I looked up. It's 4,700 square feet. So it's the second floor of the Eiffel Tower. So you're in your way up there.
4,700 square feet. It's not a huge party, but
yeah. I mean, me and
select company.
It's like 10 people.
Yeah,
10 people hanging out on top.
Didn't know that. Didn't know you could go up in it.
Yeah, and you can. I mean, you can climb up to the top too if you want. But there's a big enough area that you can hang out there and have a good. Oh yeah.
Like if the drinks are flowing or people, there's glass and stuff like to keep you.
Well, there's also edges. I'd look out for those.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But yeah, we'll just have to take precautions.
So
to
the
make sure
Eiffel
that people
Tower, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so you're way up there. And speaking of way up there,
you
got to take a ride to get up to this next one. I will have my party on the ISS.
That was on my
everybody.
list.
Oh, I thought for sure I'd get that on my last pick.
Space Station.
That's probably the 101. Like Disneyland is cool, but I thought that would not go drafted because, like Andy started saying, anywhere on Earth, and I was thinking,
low orbit.
Yeah, I'm not on Earth.
The biggest problem is I didn't know what it's on my list. It would have been picked, but I didn't know what the square footage would be like.
Yeah, I don't care if it's 2 people.
Yeah,
honestly, when I have a party, that's usually the amount of people I want to invite. So this is all the way around. It's perfect.
It just feels like it might be easy to be late to that party.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You got to really time things up.
I don't think you can be late. I think
if you miss your flight, you're going to have to wait a month or so.
Yeah, for sure.
For another launch window.
But I do think that they don't. I think they're on a pretty tight schedule with those rockets. They are. All right, so am I back up?
You are.
All right, Space Station is gone. Darn it. I'm gonna go
3,900 square feet. If you kind of,
that's not bad.
Yeah, no, but it's
all tubular.
It's all tight quarters.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one that maybe I could definitely see Andy enjoying it. It might be on his list, but I'm gonna play the game, see if it comes back to me. I'm gonna take a luxury yacht. I've never been on one.
That's fair.
But you can make some assumptions that it's not bad.
I can make some pretty clear assumptions based on, all the photographs of awesome yacht parties. That'd be cool. I'm out on the ocean, just watching dolphins swim and having a great time, having a party on a yacht. I never thought I'd be on a boat.
What is the Andy the dolphins?
I did because I just feel like there's got to be a bit where Jason just talks about what stuff is. It's just what stuff is. 2 minutes with Jason.
Stuff there's
like,
out there.
I've been seeing dolphins and they'll be glistening on the ocean.
I can smell the waves and the ocean and kind of the pee-pee water. The ocean kind of smells like pee.
What? Salty
Whoa.
pee.
Salty pee,
Salty
yeah,
pee.
but pee.
What
Do you think the ocean smells like pee?
100%. Not mine.
It does not smell like pee.
You know how much pee is in the ocean? You know how many animals are out there excreting?
Yeah, they're pooping.
That's
all of
not
it.
what
I
you're
was trying to
smelling.
be kind and gentlemanly.
Do fish?
They poop.
Do they urinate?
They have to.
I don't care.
I really care.
I need to know
marine
this
biologist in the house.
Papa Josh.
Papa Josh is Googling.
Have you ever
right
been
now.
peed on by a dolphin?
Fish do?
Yes.
Nice.
I think.
Interesting.
I don't think you're smelling pee though, man. You're smelling like
I don't think you
seaweed.
are either.
Okay, then seaweed smells like pee.
It smells like seaweed. Seaweed does smell bad.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yes,
Is it back to me? All right. Step one, pick 3 here. I've got Alcatraz Museum of Natural History. I'm going to go an ice hotel in Sweden.
Dude, it's on my list.
An ice hotel?
Yeah. The ice hotel.
I mean, why not?
I mean, that's a dream for me.
That seems very, very unique and special and cool.
No, it will be awesome.
Literally.
That every year they build a hotel out of ice, and you get to go party there?
And I think Al Borland's going to respect this pick. I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I think you will because, look, it's just a cool place to have a party and to feel regal and unique and special. I'm taking Downton Abbey.
Oh, that was the pick I wanted to come back to me.
Woo!
Dang
Taking
it.
Downton Abbey, the castle, because it really exists.
There's a castle there?
I mean, that's what Downton.
I don't know anything about the show.
Downton Abbey is
it's for snobby people.
It's great.
Downtown Abbey.
No.
Downton Abbey. Grow up.
Downton?
Downton. I will post a picture of it. It is
There's a castle?
it is essentially an abbey, but it's a castle. It looks like a castle.
Wait, an abbey is a castle?
It's not a castle.
I thought abbey was a name.
No.
There's no ramparts for you to walk. Okay, so it's not a castle, but it's an old manor
That's
is
not a castle.
That is humongous.
There's no moat.
All right, that's the pick, man.
Yeah, I was gonna end up drafting that. That was the pick that I had that I wanted that I thought Andy likes. He would respect it. Maybe it'll get back to me. If it got back to me, I would have actually taken the Windsor Castle just because it's bigger and more regal and it's actually a castle.
No, you could have taken Buckingham Palace. You could have taken a million of those.
So
I'm taking Downton.
And I like it. I like it. The show's great, and that would be fun to be there. Since I don't have that, but I am fancy, and we're gonna cut it up. We're going to the Sistine Chapel. Okay.
All right.
And we're throwing a party
Okay.
at the Sistine Chapel.
Okay.
I get to look at some fancy art, be part of history, and cut it up.
That seems to be the big one.
Yeah.
Cutting it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want.
Do you take a guess without looking? When do you think that was built? Give me like the century.
Oh man. Okay.
If you get this right, I'll be so impressed that you don't need Siri.
When was the Sistine Chapel built?
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
play a game of who's closest to the guess.
That's the one with
It was
Michelangelo.
built-
He did the
It took
So before him.
It took 8 years.
Yeah.
So you can get anywhere in that 8 years, and I'll be happy.
If I got within 100 years, I'd be happy.
Yeah, if you get with 100 years.
I'm gonna say the.
Oh,
I'm gonna say the 1300s.
okay, Mike.
I wanted to say the 1100s, but now that sounds stupid. But I'll go with that anyways.
1473.
Okay.
All right. I'm not.
Yeah, you were
I said
closer.
1300s.
Yeah.
I meant 1399.
Hey,
I'm pretty close.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
All right, now that's not too bad. I didn't know if you were going to say like 1971. All right, Mike, you get the final pick here. Jason has the White House, the Lambeau Field luxury yacht with the dolphins swimming around, and the Sistine Chapel.
All right.
Some of the greatest art in there.
For the for my final pick here, it's a little tough because I can't actually tell you where the party would take place, like what room, but we would figure it out because I'm partying with the aliens, baby. I'm going to Area 51.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Just don't.
We're going to cut it up in some UFOs.
It's the only place where your guest might get shot trying to get to the party.
Yeah, well, you show me them aliens, man.
Yeah, that makes sense. I thought Area 51 would get drafted.
Yeah,
sure.
that's a good draft. You've got a lot of space going on.
Yeah,
That's true.
that makes sense.
Well, that's how I get to the ISS. It's from Area 51.
Can they launch from there?
I'm sure.
Yeah, but in the alien craft.
Yeah,
so no one
So
sees.
it's even faster.
Yeah.
The only other real one I didn't take that was on my list was the Roman Coliseum.
Ooh, that was a good
I
one.
thought that
Not on my
one
list.
would be good, but you took Lambeau Field. Basically the same.
I don't have a single leftover.
I had the Mount Everest Base Camp.
Sure.
Seems like that would be a good time.
That's going to limit your guest list as well.
Yeah, well, and this is more just it's picturesque, but like Stonehenge.
Okay, in the background, lots of pictures.
Yeah. I mean, they're like it's other than that, you're
It's
just
a grassy
yeah,
area.
you're just
That's
in
like-
grass hills.
Yeah, you're just like, I've got a grass hill pretty near my house.
with some rocks, though, man.
Not Stonehenge rock.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but if we made the rules about the museum that I can just ride the whale, if I'm having a party at Stonehenge, that means I get to be all up
You
in
can climb up
all
in those
the
rocks?
ruins.
Come
Yeah.
up in those hinges.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing
them, man.
push-ups on the top.
It's really there are no hinges in Stonehenge, which I feel like is
Well, it's not spelt like that.
Yeah, it is. It is henge.
Yeah.
There are hinged. Isn't
Yeah.
henge with fence?
Yeah, with H-E-N.
you can spell hinged multiple ways.
Mhm.
This is crazy, man.
Yeah,
Today's
yeah.
crazy.
It really hinges on how you spell it.
Yeah. Oh, boom. All right, let's close it down.
What did we learn today?
I learned that if you just talk to someone doing something wrong, it's probably the easiest way.
I learned that I have some booby traps to take down.
Oh, my goodness. And I didn't learn anything today, so that'll do it for today's show. Jason with the scat next week. Can't wait.
What?
And we'll be back with another episode.
Dude, this was our last show ever. Congrats, guys.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Well, have a good one then. Have a good life, everyone.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.